Right, it's as I thought really. Jules is not so obsessed about Reg and the barrier. She's out swimming around more, free swimming, and it's become a bit of an issue, these two, whether they're going to get on or not. I always thought it might be a problem at the end of the summer, and it seems to become a problem. Yeah, she's not so obsessed about Reg anymore. She's out free swimming like she's doing a lot more now, and pushing Jon Snow around. And I've pretty much decided to move Jon Snow out. I mean, big bite out of tail. Sorry about the light. You see the big bite out of Jaws's tail. There you go. So yeah, I'm setting the tank up upstairs, and Sammy and One Eye will go upstairs, I think, because they like a quiet life, and Jon Snow can go in the tank there. The tank upstairs is exactly the same tank, so I should start getting that ready, and then Jules and Jon Snow are going to be separated. I just don't want anything serious to happen, and you can see body's getting roughed up on Jon Snow. It's going to be a bit more boring for Jon Snow, but safer. Here we go. So let's get the tank set up. Right, just got all the rubbish off the top. I've got to give this a really good clean. Chuck that bit of wood. I might try that. Actually, I think I've got a pretty new heater downstairs, so I might use a heater downstairs. That's newer. I don't know how good that heater is in there anyway. So I need to give it a good clean. I'm going to cut that lead off because I'm not using the lights. I've got to give the lid a really good clean as well. Right, I've been outside making a stand, just a basic little thing just to get it off the ground really, out of some wood. One of my makeshift stands, not exactly king of DIY, but never mind. So let's give it a clean. Right, I'm taking the light system out because it doesn't work anyway, and I've got to give all that a really good clean, whatever that is. Ugh. Right, so I give it a basic wash. Now I've got to give it a rinse out, but I've also made the basic little stand just to get it off the floor really. But I've got an extra long hose here to siphon, so that's got to go right downstairs outside the house to siphon, and I got a connector here. That one will connect to my shower. Now I can put water in from the shower with this. So now I've got to give it a swoosh out because there's still some bleachy water at the bottom. Give it a really good rinse. This lid has been washed and bleached thoroughly. That's come up quite well actually. I've taken all the light fittings and that off because I don't want them. It don't work anyway, and it was really old. But that's cleaned up quite well. So I've got to get all this, like I say, washed out properly because that's bleachy water at the bottom at the moment. Well, I've got the hose connected to the shower now. I've given it all a wash round. I've got the other hose connected to siphon this water out once it builds up a little bit, to give it a proper clean out, because I've got to get all this bleach out like I said. So I've got the hoses connected and I'm washing it through. Right, I've got the water going, and now I've got the siphon tube going as well, and I'm getting rid of all these horrible bits. If I can do it with one hand. I've just siphoned the whole of the bottom because it was covered in bits. And it's now getting fresh water through to get rid of the bleach and that. Here we go. Right, that's that completely washed through. Now I need to start getting some bits ready to go in there. Sponge filter, a few tiles at the bottom as per usual, heater and things like that. I need to get all that sorted. Here we go. Right, I've got some water going in now. It's been cleaned. I've rejuvenated some of these tiles from the garden, give them a bit of a clean off. I haven't got a whole lot to go in this tank at the moment as far as vegetation that is concerned. I might have to nick a bit maybe from the tank that Sammy's in at the moment in One Eye, because they're going in here. But I've got the water going in. I've got to get the cycled in sponge filter, the large black one from Jules's tank, and pop that in here, I think, because that's the one that's cycled in the most. Yeah, so I've rejuvenated some tiles. Like I say, I ain't got a lot of vegetation to go in here at the moment, but I'll add to it as we go on. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to fill it up a little bit, and I'm also going to siphon out some as well, just as a one final rinse before I actually fill it up proper. But it's going in at the moment, and we're going to give it a bit of a flush through, add the sponge filter, and then add the fish then. Right, big moment has arrived. I've got to get Sammy and One Eye upstairs, maybe with a couple of those weeds, and put Jon Snow in this tank. Right, obviously it's going to be hard to film it because I'm going to need both hands for sure. But let's get it done. Oh, got water all over the wall, but I've just got Sammy and One Eye in their new home. Seems bigger, the tank, but I don't know. It does look bigger. It's the same volume. Just let them settle in now. I wonder if One Eye's gonna bagsy the sponge filter in like he normally does. I've grabbed a couple of weeds from their tank. That one and that one just for now, and a bit on floating on the surface, so it's not completely bare. What do you reckon, Sammy? One Eye? We'll go ahead, go around together at the moment, like bestest buds. There you go. Seems bigger. Same volumes downstairs. Here we go. Time to get Jon Snow in the other tank now. Right, I have now moved Jon Snow in here, where Sammy and One Eye used to be. He's just checking things out a little bit. Looking very shiny. I did chuck a few fry in here just because he does like to chase them, but there's only like 3 or 4 in here, so I'm worried about him being like really bored on his own. Whatever. That's why I've put her downstairs, because this part of the tank, like Jon Snow can still watch telly, because I think they like watching telly. Yeah, just got to get used to the new home. And Jules is back in that big half, just big 3/4 part of the tank, just for Jules on her own. It was fun having them feeding together, very sort of dramatic and what have you. But I did get to the stage where, like I said at the start of the film, where Jules started to free swim again. End of the summer, not so worried about Reg. She's starting to free swim around, and that was getting these two into trouble fighting, and it's getting worse and worse. So I didn't want to take any more risks. So we've got Jon Snow in here now. I've only just put her in, so let her get used to it a bit. Like I said, I did chuck a few little fry in just because she likes to chase something. There's only like 2 or 3 in here. There you go. All done. Yeah, as I said, I've just put a few 2 or 3 fry in here just to keep Jon Snow sort of a little bit active. I didn't want to put anything bigger in here because it'd be too active. Or she. So I just put fry in here. If they get to a decent size, I'll probably take them out, you know. I was going to just put males in with him, but they're already too big, I think, to be in with him. It looks like they'll have to go to the pet shop, I think. So I just put some fry in for him, just so he's not totally alone. She.